Hey guys, how's it going? BCHD here and welcome back to episode number 2. I know it's been a while guys, but it's episode number 2 of the My Player Career Mode series. And I got a little frustrated over episode 1. I mean, I didn't really get into the team, didn't really perform well in the pre-season. So I ended up requesting a transfer here at Wolves. Of course, I was 21 years of age, 73 rated. I wasn't getting into the starting 11 whatsoever in the Premier League, and we're approaching deadline day here. We're going to find out if we get a transfer offer or if Wolves accept our transfer offer. And on deadline day here, we're going to simulate and see what happens as we get an email back regarding our transfer request. And we do get an email again saying that we'll be in the next match against West Ham. So we've got that to look forward to. And it looks like we've been transfer listed from the club. So we're going to simulate here on deadline day and see what happens. See if we get any offers in, maybe a loan or transfer offer away from Wolves. But the manager comes back and says that our recent transfer request has been turned down. So it looks like we're getting a second chance here at Wolverhampton Wanderers. Can we redeem ourselves in front of the Wolverhampton faithful? We're going to have to see what happens. But another thing I was getting frustrated about was the shirt tucked in look. Don't really rate that in FIFA, so I just untucked the shirt because it just aesthetically just looks better. I just like playing with it more. I know it's weird, but it's just a OCD thing I have, I think. But we're going into the game. The manager did say we were going to play in this one against West Ham, so it's our first Premier League game up against West Ham away at the London Stadium. We're going to start in midfield with João Moutinho. So hopefully he's a good mentor to us. Hopefully he teaches us a few things in midfield. But we're going to get started here up against West Ham at the London Stadium. It's going to be a big game here. Time to prove ourselves in the Premier League as Wolves are in 11th spot. Not the best spot, but for the first 3-4 games, it's a decent position to be in, as Marco Uth is a new striker that Wolves bought in this career mode. As we get things underway here, let's see what BCHD can do in front of the West Ham fans. It's not a good start, as in the 6th minute, West Ham go 1-0 to the good through Pedro Obiang. And yeah, not a great start here. Felipe Anderson, a bunch of new summer signings there, but it's Obiang getting a great shot off outside the box. Rui Patricio couldn't do much about it. And West Ham a 1-0 to the good here. We're going to have to fight back, come back into this game stronger and better as we get a little run down the wing here. I cut back inside. I whip the ball into Adama Traore. He gives it off, passes it off, and we get a shot away on goal. But unfortunately, Uth is offside there. But it's probably our first chance we created all game in the 37th minute, quite surprisingly. But, I mean, what a ball whipped in, but what a finish from Yarmolenko, the new West Ham signing. He did get 2 goals on his debut in real life, and looks like they signed Calabria as well there from AC Milan. But it's a bicycle kick from Yarmolenko. I know they're pretty common in FIFA 19, but that was an absolute lovely strike. Rui Patricio, absolutely stunned by that one. I think I was stunned by that as well myself, and I wasn't even controlling. As I start a lovely little run here down the right hand side, win the ball back, cut it back, give it off to my teammates, and what a lovely passing play that is. And we get our first goal in this My Player Career Mode with Wolves, and pretty much my first involvement as well. A lovely team play as Jota was there to slot it home for us. We're going to go back in this one 2-1. And hopefully we can fight our way back into this one. As I cut inside, I won the ball back, and Adama Traore slots it through to Jota, and he gets the shot away through the keeper's legs, hits him below the belt as it goes through on goal. Very, very lucky goal, but a lovely, we get rewarded for that team play there. But unfortunately, we couldn't find the second or the winner, and we end up losing here against West Ham 2-1 away. It did finish 1-0 to Wolves in real life, but hopefully the manager saw my goal involvement. Hopefully he has faith in me. Unfortunately, not a goal or assist yet, but we do get a 6.9 rating in that match, so quite decent. It's above our set target that was set for us from the manager. And yeah, that's just our overall stats there at the end of the game. Unfortunately, getting a loss in the Premier League, but hopefully next game we can prove ourselves. We do have an EFL Cup match, I believe, next. So as you can see there, those were the feedback we got from the manager. A lot of positive feedback. But a lot we can improve on as well. I'm still getting used to the my player sort of gameplay as we do go through a few more training sessions here with my player. We're going to simulate through and see what games we have up next. It's an EFL Cup match against Burton, I believe, but we didn't meet our 4-match expectations, but we only played one of them. So if we at least made one, that's good enough. Like, we didn't get goals created and chances created because I only played the game against West Ham, didn't play against Everton, Leicester or Man City, so it's fair enough I didn't reach the goals created and chances created targets set by the manager, but these are our new ones against Burnley, Manchester United, Southampton and Crystal Palace. Let's hope I can play more than one game in those set of matches. Hopefully I can beat those targets the manager sets for us. But he sets us new targets, but we're not in the starting 11 against Burnley. It's a 1-1 draw against Burnley at home. Disappointing result, to be fair, but we got some more player training to do as well, just to see how we go. Hopefully, we can get a few stats up in this training session. A few Bs, Cs, and a D there. Looking to do a bit better in training, but, you know, it's just simulation. Can't really make that stuff happen. We're sitting in 14th in the Premier League on 5 points. You can see there in the bottom left in our stats, we've only played one match, but we've got a game against Manchester United away from home. We end up winning that one. Uth and Jota getting a goal there. We go through one more player training session before we get into this EFL Cup match against Burton. And surprise, surprise, the manager puts us in for this game. Yeah, so let's hopefully we get a good result in this one. The manager putting faith in us. As we sat out the last 2 Premier League matches after the West Ham game, he's picked us in the starting lineup today. It's a bit of a weaker side. Jimenez starting, just a bit of a rotated, maybe not weaker, but rotated side. We do start off with Moutinho in midfield again. Jimenez is up top instead of Uth, and we're Burton away from home. Let's see how we do against a championship level team. I mean, it's not Premier League, but hopefully we can get some good form starting off in this match. It's in the Carabao Cup, not the EFL Cup, as we get a good start here. I'm running down this left-hand side, cut back in, give the ball off. The CPU are doing their thing. We nearly get a chance there, but unfortunately couldn't come off for us, as we get a nice little run down this side. It crosses the ball in. Burton can't clear their lines, and what a save from the keeper. Comes off the post. We can't get the opener, but we're getting close here as we're kind of dominating this match for the first time, as I put a lovely through ball into Adama Traore, and I get my first assist of my career. I know it's in the Carabao Cup against championship opposition, but it's good to get some form up and get the stats looking good, as a lovely through ball from me put through into the middle, and Adama Traore was there to meet it, as you can see here, splitting the Burton defense open, and a near post finish from Adama Traore. A lovely shot there from the right winger, and he is in some great form at the moment. Got an assist against West Ham as well, but I'm still trying to find some more goals as I put through Doherty on this right hand side. I get the ball back, looking to cut back inside. I cross it with my left foot, and it's my midfield partner, the Portuguese summer signing for Wolves, João Moutinho, possibly the smallest man on the pitch, winning the header and scoring, putting us 2-0 up in the 55th, and I get my second assist. I contributed in both goals, and what an assist it was. Crossed it with my weak foot in, and it's João Moutinho, the smallest man on the pitch, winning the header there, getting us 2-0 to the good. The number 28 leaping above the rest, and the Burton keeper couldn't do much about that. It's 2 assists for me in the Carabao Cup, but we do end up on another attack here. We're absolutely dominating at the moment, and I try lay it off to someone. They get a shot away, but it ends up being a corner for us. João Moutinho comes off, but corner's about to be whipped in. Unfortunately, no one gets the head to it. I call for it on the edge of the box. I'm gonna go for the finesse shot, and it's our first goal in our career against Burton Albion away. And as you can see there, we got long shots +1 in the top right corner. I do the Mbappe celebration for our first goal. We go 3-0 up. and that's all 3 goal involvements for me. A lovely little finesse shot. I know finesse shots are OP, but my players' stats aren't the best. But we've gotten the 3rd goal here, our first goal in our career, 2 assists as well. It's the perfect match, and hopefully the manager can see that we're absolutely killing it at the moment. Probably our best game so far. And we lay it off again, and it hits the post. Could have got our 3rd assist there, and could have put us 4-0 up against Burton. I know we're already through, but I just want to get some form, get a few goals and assists as I'm continuing to run down this right hand side, across the ball in with my weak foot. Our teammate continues to run through, and that counts as an assist, even though he lost the ball about twice. We get a hat-trick of assists in this match against Burton, and a goal to our name. We're involved in every single goal. And what a match. We've literally turned this around against Burton. This was the game to turn it around, and hopefully the manager has seen some good play in us, and is going to include us in some more Premier League games, because that's where we want to play and that's where we want to prove ourselves in. So what a game. 9.2 rating. We get a +1 in penalties, +1 attack positioning, 1 goal, 3 assists, hat-trick of assists for a centre attacking midfielder. It's a nice sight to see. 9.2. We get so many bonus stats in the top right corner, as you can see, just continuously popping up, but pretty much a masterclass from us and Wolves away at Burton. And after that, pretty much the best game I've played in my career. I don't know when I'll play a good game as that. We don't get included in the game against Southampton at home, and we do end up losing 2-0 against the Saints, and we're still sitting 15th in the Premier League. I don't know what I can do to get into the starting 11. I mean, it's just so frustrating. After a game like that, couldn't get into the starting 11 against Southampton. Maybe it was because of fitness issues, I'm not sure, but we'll see. We come up against Crystal Palace in this one, and the manager finally slots us into the starting 11, full stamina, ready to go, fresh off that Burton game. I'm keen to get my first Premier League goal. I mean, I got my first Wolves goal, my first competitive goal, but let's see how we do in the Premier League away at Crystal Palace. We're going to see how we do against the London side, as Crystal Palace nearly go 1-0 up there. I call for a through ball. I'm going down this right-hand side, ready to get my 2nd goal for Wolves and my first Premier League goal, but the low driven just didn't come off for me there. I mean, I'm not a striker. I should have laid it off as I do here. Give the ball off to Uth, set up a little chance there, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. And I'm starting off strong in this one, and it's Milivojevic. I still don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. Getting Crystal Palace off to a 1-0 lead here, as we pretty much started off the stronger side, the better side. Started off really well in this one. It's a high corner from Crystal Palace, and I thought goalkeeping was fixed, and unfortunately Sorloth leaps above the rest, including my goalkeeper, which doesn't bother to jump or put his hands up, just stands there and, you know, expects their defender to get to it, doesn't even contest for it. You see here, look at the number 11, Rui Patricio, the man in black, literally standing there watching. Like, oh my gosh, so frustrating. And we go 2-0 down here against Crystal Palace away from home. Rui Patricio, what are you doing? I mean, it's just another Premier League game going begging, and unfortunately not getting my form up in the Premier League whatsoever. We do get a few bonus stats like acceleration and interceptions, but not a good match. As you can see there, Delight over BCHD, so hopefully the manager is happy about my performances. 3 matches played, 1 goal, 3 assists, pretty decent, could be improved. But we're looking at the relegation zone here, as we're only 2 points away from the drop. We do some last minute episode training. We get a few stats upgraded, like free kick accuracy and vision, which is very decent to have as a centre attacking midfielder. But we're coming to the close of episode number 2. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I'm going to try upload more of this series. We get 2 objectives done, so it's 1 more than last month. We only played in 1 of the games, so we did chances creating and match rating ticked off. We couldn't get the goals in that one, but our objectives were 2. We ticked off 2. Unlike last month, we only ticked off 1, but these are our objectives for next month. Pass completion rate is in there as well, so we're going to have to look at our passes. We go up to a 75 rating So we're getting up to the rare gold, the gold status if it was Ultimate Team. But 75, we're now certified gold card in Ultimate Team. And we're in the next match against Watford. I will play that in episode number 3. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe for some more FIFA 19 career mode and my player content. Follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description, and I'll catch you guys in the very next video.